So thankfully the aftermarket has saved us once again from having to total out a machine. I mean, this wouldn't really total out a machine, but honestly, these bags in this area add a lot of value to a mower. People think they need to bag their grass. It's not really necessary. It's a lot better for the lawn to just, mulch it. But this is how you remove. Because this thing is so old, it doesn't really want to cooperate. But just like that, comes right out. These frames, I don't know that aftermarket has come up with an answer for them yet because there's so many different ones. These bags will often be universal with all the different MTD branded mowers. And you'll find that a lot of the time these bags will work on a Murray, they'll work on a Boland's, they'll work on a Craftsman, they'll work on Huskee in this case. But they're not difficult to reinstall. This one, I don't think this one is like a 1-for-1 match, but it should be pretty close. The big thing is you want to get the top on first. Once you do that, the rest of it will more or less follow. You might have to help it in some areas. But we can also get the bottom on too. And just like that, you have a like new, pretty much brand new, like OEM bag, and that'll work just fine for somebody. So we'll get that on the mower, get that cover back on, and I'll meet you guys at the end of the video. Oh, we still got to do the blade sharpening too. That's easy though. All right, so it's a 5/8 bolt that's holding this blade on. Give it a quick sharpen. Okay, so it's all done. Nice and balanced. Happy with that. So just to put this thing back on. give this thing a quick wash off, and I'll meet you guys at the end of the video. So it's tomorrow. I put this thing up last night. I don't anticipate it's gonna sell today for obvious reasons, but I've sold mowers in the rain before. Overall, this mower turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Brand new blade control cable, new bag. I replaced the handle on the cord as well. New air filter and outer cover, new carburetor, sharpen the blade. Oil is really clean, surprisingly, so I didn't even mess with that. Put a little bit of gas in it, check the gap on the spark plug, that's at 30 thousandths. So overall, this thing came out to be pretty good. Not bad for a free trash find mower. Let's go ahead and start this thing and see how it runs. I'm gonna try and start it in here, keep myself out of the rain. This motor is cold, so it is a bona fide cold start. We'll see how it starts. So like I said, this thing will make a good mower for somebody. It's really going to get to the point where if these machines aren't unbanned from people buying them new, we're kind of just going to have to make the best with what we have. A lot of these machines that I'm finding at the curb now are approaching 10 years of age. And unfortunately, age will end up knocking most, if not all of these out of commission completely. You have stuff like plastic body parts that are pretty much unobtainium now. You can't get them new anymore from these manufacturers, and that's going to be what kills these things off. Yeah, the engines will still be good to some degree, but not going to really have too many decks to put them on after some point in time here. Unfortunately, that's just the way things are nowadays, at least in this state. It may or may not be changed in the future, who knows? But I have seen a lot of people go to electric mowers, not because gas sucks, but because a lot of these manufacturers, Briggs in particular, are really good at pissing off your average consumer. These machines are not great. They're not any comparison to the quality of Briggs from 20 years ago, and they're easy as hell to work on. They really are, but most people are not mechanically inclined and can't be bothered to do anything outside of put gas in these things. So like I said, it really is the nature of things nowadays, and Honda's completely pulled out of the mower game. So that pretty much leaves you, if you can buy any gas mowers, is to get a newer Briggs & Stratton, which are kind of crap, and the off-brand Chinese-made clone engines, which are kind of crap as well. So your really only option, if you want a good quality mower, is to go commercial, and those things just way too much for a lot of people, and they're really expensive. So it doesn't really leave you with too many options. Anyways, enough of the rambling. This machine should make somebody a decent mower as long as they take care of it for, a couple years. And hopefully they can find something else in the future when this one eventually quits. Stay tuned for more videos.